friends in my church, my local church, my home church. I and my friend, we actually began my church, my local church children department. I had always wanted to like help people, especially children. Like I'm actually passionate about children. So whatever. So then growing, I think I was just 16 or 15. I felt there was a divide in church, or adults to go to church and hear the word of God. The children will just finish on this and be running up and down in the compound, church premises, and so something
The
like that. So
word
I
is
felt,
not meant for them.
something like that. So I think that was where the whole thing began. So I and my friend, we kind of did one or two, just we started the children department in my church, and from there I left there. I came to school, and I think I was involved in a few community programs and activities in school. But then it's fully emerged. Yes. When I went to the north to serve, I served in Yola, Adamawa State, Nigeria. Yes, in that hot place. It's a beautiful place. But so that was actually
Like
where
you
I
mean
served.
hot, like temperature hot.
After that experience, yes, it didn't just end there. We Well, just like I've said, I was part of SDG. We're looking at sustainability. We didn't just want to give them food items. We didn't just want to
Mm-hmm.
like just give them things. So in a week or two, those things will finish, and they'll be looking for where will the next one come from. So as I and a few of my friends, for my CDS group too, we came together and we're like, what can we do for these kids? So it wasn't like I was thinking about all these things. So but a few of my friends are like, oh, what can we do? So they have to like, oh, UK is passionate about it. They reached out to me, see what we wanted to do. Like, oh wow, count me in. And from there, we began an organization called 10 to School Initiative, where we kind of focus on internally displaced persons, marginalized children. It's so bad that you know some of these IDP camps don't have schools. Like we are currently working with an IDP camp somewhere in Guantanamo, because I'm Guantanamo IDP camps in Yola. Like these children have to like literally trek over 1 hour, like to get to school. Like it's that bad. So currently we've started looking for educational intervention programs, things we could do, to help these children. And I'm going to be honest with you, it wasn't so easy, finance, as coppers, how much did we have?
Hmm.
Trying to like, so it was just a voluntary service. We could, I think, the camp was actually quite in a remote place, it was far from the town where we have to like come down, more like drive down distances just to come and meet them. I think
Damn.
we had for Damari camp where it all began, we had like about approximately 6 months educational program for them, where we meet the children 2 times a week, on Tuesday, which was our CDS day, our free day, and then on Saturdays we started reaching out to these kids with what we call TAR model, teaching at the right level model. These kids were not too exposed, so we're not just going to be like teaching them with the normal things that is
Yeah.
obtainable. So we have to look for models that could meet their needs. We For me, I didn't know how to speak Hausa, but because of
I
the
was
how to
going to
like,
I was going to
yeah,
ask that.
I didn't know how to speak Hausa, so I had to start learning, all those simple Hausa. Now go the say this, that, just because I wanted to like come to their level,
Yeah.
to interact with them and be sure
Because if
that
you want
way
to engage better, you need to speak
the
the
local
primary
language,
language with
yes.
you.
So, but aside that, I had other persons in my team that were from the north. They were,
Understand?
yes, they could speak Hausa. So, in as much as we're trying to teach them in Hausa, we're also trying to teach them English language. So we were not doing everything in Hausa. So I
Mm.
think I'm like going
No, 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 no,
too
no.
deep into the work we do.
No, you can also this like a way of
Creating
creating
publicity,
publicity
publicity.
awareness for the work you do. You
The
don't know who is listening, who might be interested in your work and say, okay, I would like to work with your organization or work
organization.
with you. You understand? So
Yeah.
it's not a crime if you share or say all you're doing because it's meant to be public,
Yes,
isn't it?
yeah, it is
Yeah.
actually.
So, but it's
So
all good. It's all good. So, guys, you can see that they are doing so much. And I know of an organization. It's called Positive Strength Foundation. It's the young people from the north, comprising of the northern youth who are also trying to do a lot of advocacy around these issues. And of course, we are hoping and believing that there will be some changes. So I made a post recently. I said, yes, the SDG is achievable, but one of the problem we've been having as a nation is policies and implementations, because even if you are implementing it in the urban cities, what about the rural community, underserved communities? How are you getting those things there?
Yeah.
You now see that there's a need for us to have all
Hands
hands on
on
deck.
deck.
It's
It's
going to be an holistic
thing.
process implementation.
And I think the 17th SDG goal says partnership for the
Yes,
goal.
yes.
You can never, these goals cannot be achieved until we all come together. We need you, we need myself, like every single person. Like, what are you doing in, like, in your own community where you find yourself? We know how the country is. Yes, like even in a place where you feel are kind of served, maybe not 100% served, you
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't label as underserved communities. There are still gaps. So what are you doing in those little things to show that those gaps are being covered? What are you doing to show that, oh, this in my own community, what am I doing to impact my community, to make my community better, to make people around me, like, experience a better life? So it's not just a particular place. Oh, it is felt more in some particular place, but
Mm.
it is a thing that will have. You don't need to go to the north. You don't need to go to Meduguri, to Chibok. You don't need to go to all those places. Yes, even in your environment, wherever you find yourself, you can do one or two things to make life better for the people you interact with every single day.
So, what other things do you do? I'm sure it's not just SDGs.
Yes, it's not just SDGs. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm a budding data analyst, so I'm upskilling in that field anyways. I currently work with yes, I currently work with a logistics slash fashion brand where we do a lot of things. So I currently manage their social media pages and more like their dashboard. Sorry, back end. How do
Mm.
we call it? What's the word now? Help me.
Back end.
Okay, so activities, I manage
Abi? Back
operations.
end.
It's not
Yes.
backend, it's not backend, that's not the word.
Okay.
It's not the word.
Okay.
Let's go. So I manage them activities, programs there. Like more like operations, yes. More like operations analyst, operations manager, to ensure that business runs smoothly. So that's where the money comes in from. And also to I'm also upskilling in digital marketing, like I mentioned earlier. Okay, so I handle social media pages for brands, so more like a social media manager and community management too.
So, what we do on this channel is to educate, inspire, inform the young people out there about things on how they can navigate life issues and challenges. And I'm sure from all what our guests have been saying, you guys are gaining one or two things from how she has been able to navigate, especially when it comes to the subject part, mathematics. For those who are still in school, please, no subject is difficult. It just depends on how you see it and the mindset and how you are able to manage it. If you put your heart to it, you will succeed. But if you start having something different from it, those things you are thinking are happening. So she's going to just be giving us a few words and advice to every other young person, especially girls like her, on how they should stay focused in life and studies and every other area of life, so that at the end of the day we all can be successful. Eh?
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you. Like before you said I was going to say something. You know, you hearing me, that does not mean hearing me say all of these things that I do, all the SDG engagements, my work and all of that. I'm going to be honest with you, it's not as if my life is, so balanced and
Yeah, I
complete.
was going to ask
Yes.
that.
I
That how are
have
you able to manage?
nah, I now for young people, we are still becoming. So you cannot just keep yourself in one place. Like there's okay, there's there's literally nothing I've not like tried out. Like I've explored crypto, I've explored this, I've explored digital marketing, I've explored um data science. I've explored a lot of things. So it's not always easy. I know a lot of persons you are finding, oh, how do I find my purpose? What do I focus on in life? Which is that clarity comes while you keep doing. You don't just say sit in one place and say, oh, this is coming, and let me know. I want to become a this, that, and this is what I'm going to do. Even so, some persons it works for them. Why other persons you need to like keep trying your hands on things, and while in the process, you keep finding yourself. You keep
Mm.
finding your purpose. You keep finding things that gives you fulfillment, because it is that all the things that we're doing, trying to make impact, we're all trying to live a fulfilled life. So that at the end of your life, coming to the end of your life, you're like, oh, I've actually like lived life to the fullest. So don't limit yourself. That's what I'm going to say to you. Don't limit yourself. As a young person, try your hands on different things, and don't just say, oh, this. I know it's not always easy. I have my down moments. Life is not always, all rosy, up there and enjoying. I have days where I'm done. I have days where I need to like talk to people about things. I have days when I feel like not going, you know. I just want to drop everything and say, oh, I'm tired, But when you remember that you have to live life to the fullest, there are people that are connected to you that like let's assume that the organization I work with, Tend to School Initiative, as youth core members, we are looking at finances, this, that. We would have looked at all of these things and we're like, okay, let's not start these things. But when we remember that there are people that are going to look up to us, there are people that this thing is going to impact, there
Mm-hmm.
are people that are tied to that. If you don't fulfill purpose, if you don't get to where you're meant to be, they would suffer or they will find it hard to navigate life. These things, kind of motivate you. These things, kind of, build you or make you like want to like go like give life your best shot, like
Mm.
give it all, give it your all, and live life to the fullest. We are still young. So what I'm just trying to say is, okay, you are young, you are energetic, you are purposeful. Give it your best shot. There are times when you get to in life where you be like, I don't have energy for these things.
A lot of times.
There are things you won't be able to do when you are, you must have passed your maybe 35, 40, 50. I think you cannot come back and be doing. So give every single thing your best shot. While on the journey, while on the process of, trying out things, you will find yourself. Yes, I promise you will find yourself. Thank you.
I'm taking it in, guys. I'm taking it in. I'm taking it. As she's talking, she's also talking to me,
I'm also
to
talking to
herself.
myself. I'm talking to my like there are sometimes I get tired, so I'm also talking to myself. It's not nobody's an island of knowledge.
Mm.
I've not gotten to where I want to be in life, so I have a lot of things to do. I have a lot of work, a lot of personal development. I have a lot of work to do on myself. So as I'm talking to you, I'm also talking to myself. So guys,
All right, guys. Thank you so much, Miss UK.
yes, yes, yes.
Today, a sustainable explorer.
Hmm.
It has been an amazing time chatting with you, getting to know you, and also you sharing your experiences about your life journey to our listeners and our community. So, guys, you've heard it all from her.
It's my
See,
pleasure.
there's so much that you can do for yourself, irrespective of your background, your wherever you're coming from, the environment. The only person I keep saying is the only person that can stop you is you. If you decide to end up because you were born in a ghetto, it
It's
is
you.
you.
It's you.
If you
That's it.
decide there are people born with silver spoon, but at the end of the day, they didn't end up with silver spoon. There are people born wooden spoon. Now they have silver spoon.
Some are even
So
using diamond
yes.
spoon if there's
So
something
you
like
can
that.
create whatever spoon you want for yourself.
Sure, sure,
Everything
sure.
boils down at to your decision,
Yes,
the
of course.
things, the actions you are taking today. Whatever you're doing now will end up affecting you tomorrow.
True.
The places, the friends you keep, the books you read, the things you're doing, the habits you are building, all of them will come together to make you who you become tomorrow. So
Yeah.
this is time for you, just like she has said, be deliberate about your growth, be intentional about what you want. And trust me, I say trust me, the sky will not just be your limit.
Mm-hmm.
It will be your
Starting
starting
point.
point.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us today. Until meet again.
Yeah.
Stay productive.
Yes.
Stay relevant. Thank you.
Thank you.